Welcome to day 436 of our DSO journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in DSOFi. So DAODAO, the trading activity has been interesting, I think, to say the least. The price has fallen down to about 4.5, 4.6 cents. It's kind of been hovering around this amount for the last 24 hours or so. It's jumped a little bit, it's fallen back down, but 4.6 cents, it's still a 4.5 times increase over the original NFT sales. I mean, it's nowhere near the 15 cents we saw it trading at before the public funding round opened up. But, this can be expected, as we find an equilibrium price for the market.
Yeah, like I said yesterday, I think we'll see it trade around the 4 to 7 cent range, maybe as low as 3 cents. I can't see it getting too much lower than that unless something really negative happens. And then if you have a major DAO come on, uh, I mean anything, it's anyone's guess. That's just my opinion based on like the trading patterns I've seen. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see any major pumps or any major dumps unless there's something to push us in either direction.
And again, I have to give this warning because Brian always forgets that this is not investment advice by any means.
Of course not.
So the last 7 days, we've seen quite a few DAOs pop up and raise money. I just want to touch on some of the top DAOs. I guess the top 12 or so DAOs that have raised funding in the last 7 days. Number one, Gateway DAO. They've actually raised the most money outside of DAODAO in the last 7 days. Gateway DAO is, of course, a DAO by It's Aditya, and it's looking to intermesh Web 2 with Web 3, kind of create that bridge. So it's great to see that one raise some money. They're followed by Overcloud by Don Hardman, Supernovas, Meme DAO by Simp and Hunt Sauce, Over DSO, also by Don Hardman, Name Trade by MP3, NW Vision, which is a Web3 fashion DAO, which I wasn't familiar with until I went to create this list this morning. It's created by Never Welcome, and they're looking to bring fashion to the Web3 world, or I guess you could say Web3 to the fashion world. It's really interesting. Definitely check that one out. That's followed by GD Virtual Galleries by GDS. Of course, we all know GDS on DSO. He's doing amazing things I guess you could say for the metaverse, but his metaverses are different than a lot of metaverses in that they're built through photography, and he actually creates these worlds using cameras, so you can actually walk through real buildings that exist in the physical world. That's followed by Disa Ninja by Kanshi. Of course, Kanshi's doing amazing things on DSO and has been from the start. Followed by Web3 Amplified by Josh Jordan and Alton Base. So some great DAOs. Most of them are, names that we know of if we've been on DSO. So there's no big outsiders that have come in yet. But I think that's something we will expect to see in the near future.
Yeah, and I'm glad we had the opportunity to mention some of these. I know we've mentioned others, and some of these fly under the radar. So definitely check them all out. We'll list them in the post. But I think what we see right now is we see a lot of DAOs, just not a ton of demand, and I think the demand is low because unfortunately, I think a lot of people on DSO, whether it was from the beginning or maybe from 6 months, 4 months ago, DSO is down so much, people have lost a lot of money, at least on paper. So they don't feel like they have the DSO to spend on DAOs right now. I think if the price of DSO starts picking up over the next several months, I think you'll see demand come from within the DSO community. But we definitely need demand from outside the community, just so that these DAOs that are launching that are DSO native can raise money, as well as the new DAOs that I'm sure we're going to see come on once they start promoting things more seriously.
Yeah, and I think it's crypto in general. People don't really want to invest their Ethereum, invest their Solana, invest their DSO because the price is so low, and nobody wants to because when you invest it and buy something that's priced in US dollars, you're essentially cashing out your crypto. And nobody wants to cash out when the market's low. You want to buy low and sell high. So I think that kind of affects some investors' mindsets a little bit. You don't really want to spend your cryptocurrency when it's valued at perhaps a tenth of what it was worth just, 6 months ago.
Yeah, I mean, a solution to that is just buy more crypto and use a crypto you just
Yeah.
bought to buy into the DAOs. And that's what we actually did with DAODAO. We bought more DSO so that we could use that new DSO that we got at like $11 to buy into the DAO and some other DAOs.
Yeah, exactly. So yesterday we talked about the fact that the number of hodlers owning the DAO coin has not been going up, and we said, this isn't really that great. It could be a cause for concern, but Nader actually came out yesterday and clarified that the number of hodlers for the DAOs is inaccurate right now. He said that the number of hodlers and hodler values on DAO pages are currently inaccurate. It's updated when someone purchases or transfers a coin, but not when a coin is purchased or sold in the market. He said they're working to fix it, and the fix should be out soon. So not as much concern to be had as we thought yesterday. And so I'm interested to see how many hodlers there are for DAO.
Yeah, and who would have thought that a bug would be good news, right? But yeah, I mean, it's good news that those numbers weren't accurate because it was definitely a concern of mine if they were.
So Jackson Dean yesterday, of course, Jackson Dean's part of the core team. He made a post saying that a new DAO feature is live, and you can now read comments and reply all without leaving the feed. I think this is a big improvement. It was kind of annoying, like if you wanted to reply to a comment, it would take you out of the feed. So it's good to see this fix, and it's good to know that the core team, that DSO, the DAO coders are all working to implement changes and fixes as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it appears they're working around the clock on weekends. It's definitely something they're taking serious, and I think they want to just kind of get all their ducks in a row before they start really promoting things. At least that's the way I think their minds are at right now.
Yeah, so HighKey, they've been doing something interesting yesterday.
Yeah, so as creator coins have kind of taken a back seat to DAOs, we're seeing barely any creator coin activity, and I understand why. I think people are just more caught up on the DAO aspects of things. The number of daily active users are down somewhat, and there's just not a lot of activity to spur activity. You need activity in creator coins to spur activity, but HighKey seems to be trying to create that activity. And they aped into several celebrities yesterday morning. The Rock, Halsey, Chris Hemsworth, Post Malone, and several others. I think they spent probably upwards of $10,000 or so in DSO, which would be about 1,000 DSO on buying creator coins of celebrities. So they're still bullish on creator coins. They're still bullish on DSO. They're definitely high on DSO too. So it gives me more confidence that creator coins will make a comeback. And I think they will. I think we just need the user base, and then new users getting excited about earning a founder award, having a high coin price. I think that will return if they can actually get a decent number of new users coming and remaining active.
Or an app that really fully utilizes the creator coins
Right.
more in a more, I guess, comprehensive way than BitClout utilized it. I think that's something that, this is a tool in the toolbox for developers. It doesn't necessarily have to be creator coins making a comeback on BitClout. It could be creator coins essentially being reborn on another app or another node, another website. So I think that's something we can look forward to. It doesn't have to happen this month or this year or even maybe 3 years from now. It could happen 5 years down the line where creator coin has become this huge thing, and HighKey is going to own all these famous people, right?
Exactly.
So NFTZ, this morning we actually announced that virtual reality is coming to NFT.
Wait.
This morning we announced virtual reality VR is coming to NFTZ. 3D NFTs are going to be viewable using your VR headsets. Brian and I have been playing around with this quite a bit on the Oculus Quest 2 over the last few days.
The Meta Quest 2 to be exact.
Yeah, Meta, I guess you could say. It's still Oculus, right? It's still called Oculus.
I think they kind of renamed it.
So this is going to be interesting because I think we're doing something no other NFT marketplace anywhere is doing, and that is that you're going to be able to mint 3D NFTs, which you can do on other marketplaces. You're going to be able to mint them, but you're going to have so many more tools than you do on any other NFT marketplace when it comes to minting 3D NFTs. And then you're going to be able to view your own and view other people's 3D NFTs either through NFTZ. You can do it through the advanced special interactive mode that we're going to have on your desktop or on your smartphone. But you're also going to be able to do it on your VR headsets in virtual reality. So you're going to actually be able to essentially walk around your object, check it out from different angles, all in a virtual world. So I want to give a huge thanks to 3D Social and Andrew Van Duvenbode, who has been tremendous in helping us at NFTZ and implementing this. Of course, M. Van Halen, who has put it all into action on the site, and Bas and Wouter, who have just been tremendous in providing the feedback that we really needed to create this. And this is just step one of NFTZ's new, I guess you could say, the new direction we're moving into. So stay tuned. This is just step one. There's 2 more huge steps coming.
So I think that 3D is going to be a big part of our future, but it's only going to be a segment of our future. We have, like Ed said, 2 more big announcements coming, probably within weeks, maybe midsummer for some of it. But we're definitely excited about our roadmap. We're excited about this 3D stuff for sure. I was playing around with my Oculus, my headset earlier this morning, testing it out on our test site. My son came in, he saw it, he was thrilled. Like, you can actually just like enter this realm in virtual reality with these NFTs that people are minting. So I think that that's the future. That's where we're headed. And I think that is just a really cool feature that we're going to be showing off here probably this coming week.
And it's just the beginning. Keep in mind, it's just the beginning. It's going to be it's not complete yet, but in the next few days, it's going to be released to the public, and you're going to get to try it out. And we're going to embrace your feedback. Let us know what you think, whether you're using it in VR, viewing it in VR, or if you are minting a 3D NFT, or if you're just viewing it on the NFTZ website. We want your feedback, and we have a lot of improvements that are coming, but we thought we released like this, the original version, to the public so we can get some feedback before we complete the 3D stuff.
Yes. So yesterday I touched on designsta and their Stori app, and I made a mistake. I said that Stori had spent $500,000 in development. I think Luis actually contacted me, or maybe it was Lucy. I'm not actually sure. It was a designsta account contacted me and said that the $500,000 they were referring to was actually what they actually lost or down in DSO since the start. If you remember, if you were an OG, they were OGs. They bought a ton of their own coins.
They are OGs. They are OGs.
Yeah, and obviously DSO is down significantly since then. I think we're all who started back in April and May of last year, we're all down probably significantly. So they were talking about that. They didn't spend $500,000 for the Stori app. They said that they are spending a lot of money on Stori to develop it. They're excited about it, but they just want to make that correction because I obviously got it wrong yesterday.
Yeah, I was thinking that was quite a bit of money to have spent in that short amount of time, especially having Rabal on your team leading most of the development, I'm sure. So I mean, it's good to know that they haven't spent that much, but at the same time, I think the app is going to come out and we're going to be like, this does look like they've spent that much. So, I'm excited for their app, and I can't wait. I think it's probably going to come sometime this summer if plans are still for that, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see, but I think I'll be somebody using the Stori app. So Louis Eddy yesterday asked Emulsified about potentially creating a push notification service built on DSO. There's some that have been built on Ethereum. Emulsified replied, and he said that they have in fact been thinking about doing this. They want to potentially build something similar to EPNS.io, and also maybe a mobile app dedicated to it. So that's interesting. I think, a push notification service built on DSO, and when you connect that with a MetaMask, it kind of goes cross-chain. Could be really interesting, not just for devs building on DSO, but even on other blockchains.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that push notifications are like kind of the holy grail of Web3 because it's not it hasn't been easy to get something that actually works in a really streamlined fashion. But I think we could do it. I think we could see DSO play a major part in push notifications. And since we have identity and everything associated with DSO, I think it makes sense. So I'm really excited to see what happens. Multiplied said that uh, that they're busy. They just got to figure out how to best work it into their roadmap, into their schedule of things they want to accomplish.
Yeah, and D Social World had some minor announcements that they made yesterday too.
Yeah, so there were some bugs. Of course, they rolled out the user backgrounds and the larger profile pictures, but there were some issues with them, and they said that the root cause was related to people updating their profile on DAODAO with a background image first, and that basically it triggered a derived key action, and subsequently people could no longer do that on the DSocial World site. But they fixed that. They resolved it. It shouldn't be a problem anymore. 80 said that in a post early yesterday.
Yeah, could you see that all fixed? I'm a big fan of the social world, as many of you know, so it's good to see it working again. So, what were the top hashtags for the last 24 hours, Brian?
Yeah, so the list from Open Prosper, thank you, Salil. Number one was DSO, followed by Web3, NFT, crypto, and music. All ones we've seen before, but
DAO is
hashtags,
not in it anymore. DAO seems to have fallen out of the top hashtags.
yeah, maybe we'll make a return pretty
Well,
soon.
you know what's interesting is that people, when they reply to a post on DAO, it at tags them, but it doesn't actually use a hashtag. Maybe that would be an idea to add the hashtag there as well.
There you go. So top Diamond Day creators over the last 24 hours, according to Altum Base, the list is as follows. Number one is Shady Acres. And Shady Acres, he actually made a post I saw this morning saying he can't catch us in the likes department. Well, you caught us in the diamond department. We weren't even in the top 10 yesterday. Congrats, Shady Acres. After Shady Acres, it was Regina Marie, Happy Rabbit, Oim Longs, who is seemingly up there every day now. Miami, Japan, Mar Hilioso, Zian Mead, The Devil, and Ed Moss, Mossified.
You gotta pick things up, Brian. Why are we falling out of the top list?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there.
All right, well, I think that's all the news we have for today, and we'll talk to everybody tomorrow on Monday. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. See you later.